last Wednesday, we were challenged basically to put out a video of our testimony, basically just testifying and just explaining how the Lord has worked through us and made us into the Christians that we are today. And the Lord has worked through my life day in and day out, and there are so many stories or just examples that I can give to explain how He has been there for me and never left my side and helped me. But I figured I would pick the one that kind of is the biggest one, that really means a lot to me. So whenever I was 17, I was diagnosed with polycystic ovarian syndrome, which is PCOS. And that's kind of, it basically makes you infertile. It's actually one of the most common issues in women for why they have a hard time getting pregnant. So I went to my doctor, and it took about a year with lots of medications and appointments, but I was able to conceive, and just being able to conceive right there is just a testimony, because I would pray day in and day out, and it happened, and I was so grateful, and it would not have, it was an absolute miracle. So when I was 23 weeks into the pregnancy, I was having some issues at work with the pain, and I went to the hospital, and I ended up in preterm labor. So I'd say about 5 days later, my little one came, and she was about 24 weeks gestation. She was 1 pound 6 ounces, and that was very scary to say the least. It was a struggle getting pregnant, and then it happened, and we were so grateful. And then she came early, and I kind of felt like, why me? Why is this happening? And I still struggle daily with the guilt and just kind of blaming myself for it, although I know that's not the case, but it is hard. But this was Kinsley, and she was born. She was only a couple days old here. She basically fit in my hand, and she really didn't have a chance. But she's now 4 years old, and she's thriving, has no issues. She's sassy and spunky and loves going to church, absolutely loves Miss Jeannie. And she's just the light of my life, absolutely. And she went through a tough time whenever we were in the NICU. We were in the NICU for 108 days. She was finally able to go home, and she was 3.5 months old. She went through a lot, but we prayed a lot, and thankfully she really has no issues. The only thing that she really dealt with was getting LASIK eye surgery, and the outcome of that is she might need glasses. So for an itty bitty baby to only need glasses after going through so much trauma during the first months of her life is amazing. She did get life flighted over to Shands, where she had ended up with E. coli, sepsis, and meningitis. And she was actually flown over there to have a ligation because she had a PDA, which is basically like a heart murmur, but it was causing her to decline. So it was really scary for her to be flown over there for that, but to make it out after surviving all of those issues and not even needing the heart surgery was 100% a blessing. And I'm just so thankful that she's here and living and thriving. And I honestly think it's from the prayers and just the Lord placing His hand over her and watching over her and just helping her make it. And I know for sure that if it wasn't for her, I don't think I would be here today. I struggle with anxiety and depression, and the Lord definitely knew what he was doing whenever he placed her in my life, and I'm forever grateful. And I just don't know what I'd do without her and without him and my church family. And I'm extremely thankful and blessed. And I can go on and on. But yeah, so I hope everyone has a wonderful day, and love you.